Let us continue preparation of chloroform. Preparation of chloroform. This chloroform, first we will prepare from chloral. Chloral in the sense that formula is CCl3CHO, CCl3CHO. Then we will take another one that is called chloral hydrate. We will take chloral hydrate. Chloral hydrate formula is what in the sense CCl3CHO dot H2O. Sorry, CCl3CHO dot H2O. It is a chloral hydrate. Sir. Now, what is the difference between chloral and chloral hydrate? That we will see. Now, first we will take chloral. We will take chloral is having carbon, 3 chlorine atoms, and CHO group will be CHO group. Now we will go for chloral hydrate. Chloral hydrate CCl3, CCl3, and CHO is there. That CHO dot water, how it will be there, that we will see. Now CCl3, CHO, CHO like this is there, water molecule. Water molecule is there. Now oxygen is having 2 lone pairs. It is attacking this carbon. This bond is migrating. Therefore, we will get CCl3, C, this O minus, this H, and water. And this oxygen is having positive charge. This bond is migrating. H plus is going to this place. Therefore, it becomes OH. Therefore, CCl3, CH, here one OH, here one OH. Okay, it is chloral hydrate. So, how the chloral hydrate is there, we got an idea. Therefore, one OH group, here one OH group, and here H. Okay, it is chloral hydrate. So, next, we will see this chlorine is more electronegative. Therefore, it is having partial negative charge. This hydrogen is having partial positive charge. Between them, hydrogen bonding is possible. Here also, hydrogen bonding is possible. Okay. Therefore, here hydrogen bonding we have given. Sir. Now, chloral we have given separately. Chloral hydrate we have given separately, which is having higher stability, which is having lower stability. We'll see. Now, because of these 3 chlorine atoms, this carbon is getting partial positive charge because chlorine is a minus I effect it shows. Oxygen shows minus I effect, therefore this carbon shows partial positive charge. Because of like charges, here repulsion is there. Due to repulsion, stability of the system is low. But here hydrogen bonding is there. Because of hydrogen bonding, stability of this system is high. Stability of this system is high. Therefore, a chloral hydrate is more stable when compared to chloral. Okay. So from chloral hydrate, how to get a chloroform, how to prepare chloroform, that we will see. Now we will take a chloral CCl3CHO. To this we will add sodium hydroxide. What we are getting in the sense chloroform we are getting. Okay. For preparing chloroform, we are taking chloral. Okay. This chloral we will write like this. This chloral we are writing like this. Okay. Sodium hydroxide is there. So how we have to give the reaction here? How to give the reaction? Okay. Now we will take OH minus. Sodium hydroxide giving OH minus. That OH minus will take. This is attacking here. This bond is migrating. Therefore, we will get like this. Here O minus, here H, here OH. Okay. Next, what happens means here this O minus is having lone pairs. This lone pair is migrating like this. This bond pair is migrating like this. Therefore, we will get a CCl3. This carbon will have lone pair, negative charge, and this is what in the sense HC double bond OH. It is formic acid. It is stronger base. It is acid. Therefore, here what is transferred in the sense H plus is transferred. So H plus goes to this place. Therefore, it is becoming what in the sense chloroform. It is becoming chloroform. This is what in the sense formate anion. Formate anion. Okay. This formate anion takes Na plus and becomes sodium formate. So chloral with the sodium hydroxide. Chloral on treating with the sodium hydroxide, we are getting chloroform. We are getting. Okay. So chloral with the sodium hydroxide, what we are getting in the sense chloroform we are getting. Okay. In the place of chloral, we are taking which chloral in the sense chloral hydrate we are taking. Okay. Sir. So from chloral, how to get chloroform in the sense by treating with the sodium hydroxide. Okay. Next, from ethanol, how to get chloroform, that we will see. Now we will take ethanol. To the ethanol, what is added means aqueous solution of bleaching powder is added. Aqueous solution of bleaching powder is added. Now, how to get chloroform from this, that we will see. Now we will take bleaching powder. We will take bleaching powder is CaOCl2. To this, water is added. It is undergoing hydrolysis, and on hydrolysis, it gives what in the sense Cl2 and CaOH twice. CaOH twice it gives. Sir. Now we will see the bleaching powder formula. We will see bleaching powder is CaOCl Okay. Now we can say that this is how to get this one. We'll see. To get this one, we are taking calcium hydroxide, HClO and HCl. Okay. It is hypochlorous acid. It is hypochlorous acid. It is hydrochloric acid. It is calcium hydroxide. Acid base reaction gives this salt. Okay. So this salt is a mixed salt. Why it is mixed salt? In the sense mixture of acids, mixture of two different acids reacting with the base to give this salt. Okay. This is what in the sense hypochlorite part. It is hypochlorite part. This is chloride part. So how it is there means Ca2 plus, OCl minus and Cl minus, like this is there. This bleaching powder is there like this. Okay. It is undergoing hydrolysis. It is undergoing hydrolysis in the sense what we are getting. What we are getting in the sense we are getting only Cl2 and calcium hydroxide we are getting. Okay. So bleaching powder on hydrolysis gives what in the sense chlorine gas. Okay. So chlorine gas is obtained from this. Okay. We got chlorine on hydrolysis of bleaching powder. Then next step, this ethanol. This ethanol will take C2H5OH. It is reacting with the Cl2 to give what in the sense acetaldehyde and HCl. Okay. So how the reaction takes place, that we will see. Now we will take ethanol, CH3, this CH2, this OH. Ethanol we have taken. Then chlorine we will take. Chlorine we have taken like this. So how the reaction takes place, that point we have to see here. Okay. So the reaction, how it is taking place in the sense this bond is migrating, this bond is coming, and this H and this Cl, HCl, this is HCl, and this part becomes aldehyde. That means ethanol is converting into aldehyde. That means here what reaction takes place in the sense from this hydrogen is removed. Therefore, it is undergoing oxidation. It is undergoing oxidation. So ethanol undergoes oxidation to give acetaldehyde. What is the oxidizing agent means chlorine is the oxidizing agent. So ethanol oxidizes to give acetaldehyde by what oxidizing agent in the sense chlorine is the oxidizing agent. Sir, okay. Then this acetaldehyde reacts with Cl2 further to give what in the sense CCl3CHO, chloral it gives and HCl. Okay. So how the reaction takes place, that we'll see. This is acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde we have written. Now we will take chlorine. We are taking chlorine. Now what is removed in the sense HCl is removed. Here HCl, here HCl, here HCl is removed. So what is the remaining means CCl3CHO. Then this CCl3CHO is treated with a base. CCl3CHO, it is chloral, is treated with a base. Calcium hydroxide gives what in the sense chloroform. Chloroform is obtained. CHCl3 is obtained. Okay. So we are getting chloroform. And this part, this aldehydic part becomes formate. Calcium is there, therefore calcium formate. Calcium formate we are getting. This aldehyde part becomes formate. Okay. So here this chloral CCl3 CHO, CCl3 CHO. So what you have to do in the sense you have to break like this, then you give H here and you give O minus here. Okay. So here H you give CHCl3. This becomes formate. Formate with calcium gives a calcium formate. Okay. So chloral on hydrolysis in the presence of base, either sodium hydroxide or calcium hydroxide gives what in the sense chloroform we can say. Okay. So now here we have taken ethanol and bleaching powder. First this ethanol, this bleaching powder hydrolysis to give what in the sense chlorine. Ethanol reacts with chlorine and becomes acetaldehyde. This is oxidation. Then acetaldehyde reacts with chlorine to give chloral. This is called chlorination. Then this chloral undergoes hydrolysis in the presence of base to give what? Chloroform. Chloroform is obtained. Okay, so we got chloroform. Next we will take a what in the sense acetone we'll take acetone. We'll treat this with bleaching powder. We'll treat this with bleaching powder. So what we will get, we'll see. Now this bleaching powder undergoes hydrolysis to give what in the sense chlorine, to give chlorine. Okay, this chlorine reacting with this acetone. So acetone will take, so acetone we are taking. Now this chlorine is reacting with this acetone. Here HCl will be removed. Then what we are getting in the sense CCl3 COCH3. Okay, we are getting trichloroacetone. Then HCl will be removed. HCl will be removed. Okay, so that acetone is reacting with this chlorine is reacting with the acetone. Okay, to give this product. So acetone is reacting with the chlorine to give a trichloroacetone. Okay, so trichloroacetone we got. So next, this trichloroacetone undergoes hydrolysis. In the presence of base. In the presence of base, what it will give? Break this bond, H plus you give, O minus you give. Therefore, it becomes CHCl3. That means chloroform. Here CHCl3 is obtained. This become acetate. Then calcium is there. Therefore, calcium acetate we will get. So we are getting what in the sense calcium acetate we are getting. Okay, so acetone with bleaching powder. What happens means bleaching powder undergoes hydrolysis to give Cl2. Cl2 is reacting with acetone to give trichloroacetone. This undergoes hydrolysis in the presence of base to give chloroform cell. Now we will see to get chloroform what we have to do, which group we have to take. Okay, which group we have to take to get chloroform. Okay, now we can prepare chloroform from alcohol. Alcohol gives chloroform. So, from alcohol we can get chloroform, bromoform, iodoform, like this. How the alcohol should be there? Alcohol should be like this. Alcohol should have this group. If alcohol is having this group, then only we can prepare chloroform, otherwise we cannot. Okay, if alcohol is having like this group, that means CH3 CHOH should be there. If CH3 CHOH is there in the given alcohol, then we can get chloroform. Sir, here what can be there? Here H can be there, otherwise R group can be there. R group in the sense, for example, CH3, C2H5, C3H7, like this, anything. R group will be there. Okay, sir. So this alcohol is there, means how to prepare chloroform, that we will see. Now, first, bleaching powder undergoes hydrolysis to give chlorine. First step, what means bleaching powder undergoes hydrolysis to give chlorine. Then this chlorine is treating with this alcohol. Okay, this alcohol here, what should be there means hydrogen, otherwise R group. Okay, now this chlorine is converting what in the sense this chlorine is converting CHOH into C double bond O. This chlorine is converting the CHOH into C double bond O. So C double bond O, this group is not affected at this HR. Okay. Okay, the CHOH undergoes oxidation and becomes CO with chlorine. Next step, what in the sense this chlorine converting this CH3, this methyl is there, no, converting this methyl, not this side, this methyl into CCl3. So this hydrogen is replaced by what in the sense Cl. Hydrogen is replaced by Cl. This part, this side remains same. This side remains same. The CH3 is converting into CCl3. Next, basic hydrolysis. Here, this bleaching powder undergoes hydrolysis to give Cl2 and calcium hydroxide base. that calcium hydroxide is making this to undergo hydrolysis. What happens means this bond is breaking, this part becomes a chloroform, this part becomes chloroform, this part becomes what means this CO group becomes a carboxylate part, COO minus part. So this R and H will remain same, so R otherwise H, COO minus will be there, this CO becomes COO minus. Okay, so we got chloroform. So that if alcohol is having CH3CHOH group, then we can prepare chloroform. Okay, sir. So what is the first step means bleaching powder gives Cl2, then this CHOH alcoholic, this CHOH is converting into CO group, then this methyl group is going for chlorination, therefore this three hydrogens are replaced by Cl, then it is undergoing hydrolysis. What we are getting in the sense chloroform we are getting, CHCl3 chloroform we are getting. Okay, so from alcohol we have prepared, a chloroform. Okay, so next we can prepare chloroform from which, that we'll see. Next we will take like this group, we'll take, that means CH3CO, CH3 single bond, C double bond O, like this group we have taken. If this group, from this group also we can prepare chloroform, from this group in the sense that this is okay, this one. From this group also we can prepare chloroform. That's what we have written now. Okay, that's what I have written here. From this group also we can prepare chloroform. Here what can be means H, otherwise R. If H is there, it is called acetaldehyde. If R is there, it is called ketone. Okay, so only from acetaldehyde we can prepare what? Chloroform. From other aldehydes we cannot prepare chloroform. Okay, but ketone means methyl ketones. Okay, therefore if it is H, that is acetaldehyde. From acetaldehyde we can prepare chloroform. Okay, if R group is there, then it is become ketone. Which ketone? In the sense the methyl ketone. From methyl ketone we can prepare chloroform. Okay, so therefore from which we can prepare chloroform, bromoform, iodoform in the one is CH3CHOH group. Okay, CH3CHOH group, that means secondary alcohol. How this secondary alcohol should be there? Here methyl group should be there. If CH3CHOH is there, then we can prepare chloroform. Then we can prepare chloroform from what? Acetaldehyde. Then we can prepare chloroform from methyl ketone. Not only chloroform, bromoform, iodoform. Okay, that we can prepare. Sir. So how to prepare chloroform, that we have seen. Some other methods of preparing chloroform, that also we'll see. Some other methods. Now we will take carbon tetrachloride. Carbon tetrachloride, to this reducing agent is added Fe and water. Then it is warmed. What happens means Fe reacting with water to give nascent hydrogen. This nascent hydrogen takes one Cl and becomes HCl. Another nascent hydrogen required to become chloroform. Okay, so two nascent hydrogen is required. So we got chloroform. Then this chloroform is used as anesthetic agent because it induces unconsciousness. Therefore we can use this chloroform. Okay, this chloroform, what is a drawback of chloroform, that we will see. What is the drawback of chloroform, that point we will see. Now this chloroform with atmospheric air in the presence of sunlight. This chloroform with atmospheric air in the presence of sunlight, it becomes what? In the sense it becomes poisonous. Chloroform in the presence of atmospheric air and sunlight, it becomes poisonous. What is that poisonous compound? Means COCl2, that is called phosgene. COCl2 is phosgene. Chloroform is reacting with atmospheric oxygen. And gives phosgene. So chloroform with atmospheric oxygen in the presence of sunlight becomes what? In the phosgene. Phosgene is a poisonous compound. Phosgene is what? In the sense poisonous. Compound. Then if it becomes poisonous, how to use this as anesthetic? Therefore we have to take care such that chloroform should not be converted into phosgene. It should not be converted into phosgene means what we have to do? we have to prevent, we have to prevent oxygen to be in contact with chloroform, and sunlight should not fall over chloroform. Like these precautions we have to take. If oxygen and sunlight is not there, how chloroform will convert into phosgene? Therefore, we have to prevent oxygen to be in contact with chloroform, and we have to prevent sunlight not to fall over chloroform. Okay, so if chloroform is not in contact with oxygen and sunlight, it will not convert into phosgene. Then we can use this as a anesthetic substance. Set. That means how to store chloroform, because oxygen should not be in contact, and sunlight should not be there. So how to store chloroform, how to pack this chloroform liquid, that we will see. To store this chloroform liquid, what we have to take, in the sense, dark colored bottles we have to take, either brown colored bottles, otherwise blue colored bottles we have to take, dark colored bottles we have to take. These dark colored bottles, in the sense, sunlight, active light radiation is prevented to fall over chloroform. Okay, so brown colored bottle or blue colored bottle, dark colored bottles we are taking. Due to dark colored bottles, what happens means sunlight, active light radiation is not falling over chloroform cell. So any of sunlight active radiation we have prevented to some extent cell. Another thing is oxygen should not be there. Therefore, what you have to do, fill the chloroform in the bottle up to brim without gap. Fill the chloroform in this bottle up to brim in the sense fully filled with chloroform. There is no gap in the bottle. There is no gap in the bottle, in the sense air, presence of air also can be prevented to large extent. So air presence also we have prevented to large extent, we have prevented. Though we have considered these cases, that means we have considered dark colored bottles, brown or blue. Therefore, sunlight radiation is prevented, in the sense not completely. To some extent, sunlight active radiation is prevented to fall over chloroform. We are filling chloroform up to brim, in the sense this bottle is fully filled with the chloroform. Therefore, presence of air is prevented to most extent. Even then, some air will be there. That means, though we have taken these precautions, some amount of chloroform will convert into phosgene. That means poisonous substance is producing. Therefore, in order to make this poisonous substance non-poisonous, okay, though we have taken precautions, poisonous substance is produced. So what we have to do, we have to convert this poisonous substance into non-poisonous substance, for which what is added, in the sense 1% ethanol is added. So on adding 1% ethanol, what happens means this prevention, this poisonous phosgene is converted into non-poisonous one. Therefore, we are adding 1% ethanol solution. So on adding 1% ethanol solution, the poisonous phosgene is converted into non-poisonous substance. How that? What is that reaction? This is poisonous phosgene with ethanol. It is what, in the sense, poisonous phosgene. It is reacting with ethanol and gives what, in the sense ethyl carbonate. Ethyl carbonate. Okay, ethyl carbonate is produced, we are saying. So phosgene is reacting with ethanol to give diethyl carbonate. Okay, it is called, what means, diethyl carbonate. It is non-poisonous. Okay, diethyl carbonate is produced, it is non-poisonous. Okay, so how to store the chloroform? So we have to store chloroform in dark colored bottles, brown or blue. Due to this sunlight, active radiation is prevented to fall on chloroform. Then we have to fill chloroform up to brim. Therefore, presence of air is avoided. Even then, phosgene is produced. Then how to convert this into non-poisonous? By adding 1% ethanol. This ethanol is converting this poisonous phosgene into what? Diethyl carbonate. That is non-poisonous solute. So we have understood how to store this chloroform in the bottles. That we got an idea. Sir, now we will see chloroform chemical properties. We will see. Okay. Now, chloroform chemical properties. Chloroform undergoes hydrolysis in the presence of base. chloroform undergoes hydrolysis in the presence of base to give what, that we'll see. Okay, so now we'll take chloroform. So we are taking chloroform like this, and water molecules will take hydrolysis water molecules. So we have taken water molecules. Here what is a medium, in the sense base is the medium. Now this HCl is leaving, this HCl is leaving, this HCl is leaving. So HCl is leaving in the sense OH groups like this. OH groups we are getting like this. Next step, what we are doing in the sense now this bond is migrating, this bond is migrating. Therefore, we are getting a formic acid. We are getting what, in the sense formic acid? We are getting formic acid reacting with the KOH base to give what, in the sense potassium formate. Potassium formate and water. Okay, so chloroform undergoes hydrolysis to give what? Carboxylic acid. What carboxylic acid? Formic acid. Okay, so chloroform on hydrolysis gives formic acid. Here medium is base, therefore formic acid becomes potassium formate. Okay, this is hydrolysis we said. Next reaction we'll see reduction. Chloroform we will take. Chloroform is undergoing reduction with zinc and HCl. Chloroform is undergoing reduction with zinc and HCl. What we will get, we'll see. Okay. Now zinc is reacting with HCl to give zinc chloride and nascent hydrogen. Nascent hydrogen. This nascent hydrogen reacting with the chloroform. That nascent hydrogen reacting with the chloroform to give what, in the sense methylene chloride. Give methylene chloride and HCl. Okay. So chloroform is converting into methylene chloride to what reducing agent, in the sense zinc and HCl. So zinc and HCl, if you add, chloroform reduces to give methylene chloride, we can say. Next, reducing agent zinc and water. If you take zinc and water, chloroform is converting into what, in the sense methane. Chloroform is converting into methane. Zinc and water. So zinc and water reducing agent, take all the chlorine atoms are replaced by hydrogen atoms. Therefore, chloroform is converting into methane cell. Next, chloroform with corn nitric acid. So we will take chloroform that is treated with what, in the sense corn nitric acid. Chloroform is treated with the corn nitric acid. Okay. So what is the product obtained, in the sense CCl3.NO2, chloropicrin. It is called CCl3.NO2 is called chloropicrin. We can say it is chloropicrin. We can say this chloropicrin is used as what, in the sense insecticide. This chloropicrin is used as insecticide. Okay, it is used as a insecticide, we can say. Okay, next this chloroform is used for what, in the carbylamine test, that is isocyanate test. Isocyanate test is used for identifying primary amines. So now we will take primary amine. To this primary amine, what we will add in this chloroform, we will add, and base we will add. This primary amine is converting into what, in the sense isocyanide. Chloroform, this primary amine, this primary amine is converting into isocyanide. So for isocyanate test, this chloroform is used. So this chloroform is used to distinguish primary amine from secondary and tertiary amines, because primary amine gives isocyanate test, whereas secondary and tertiary amines do not give isocyanate test. Next reaction, chloroform is treated with silver. Treating chloroform with silver, what we are getting, in the sense acetylene we are getting. So how we are getting acetylene, that we will see. Now we will take chloroform. Chloroform is having 3 chlorine atoms. That 3 chlorine atoms we will write. So we are taking 2 times chloroform we are taking. Now we will write silver, we will write silver, we are writing 6 times we have written. Now what is formed, in the sense silver chloride is formed. Okay, so here silver chloride is produced. Silver chloride is produced. What is the remaining? HC, HC, HC. Therefore, acetylene. Okay. So, chloroform on heating with the silver powder. Chloroform on heating with the silver powder, we are getting acetylene is the substance. Okay. Next, chemical property of chloroform. Chloroform is treated with chlorine in the presence of sunlight. Free radical substitution possible. We are getting carbon tetrachloride. Okay. So, next reaction we will see Reimer-Tiemann reaction. Okay, we are seeing about what reaction, in the sense Reimer-Tiemann reaction. We are seeing Reimer-Tiemann reaction in the sense what we have to take, phenol we have to take. Phenol has to be treated with which one, in the sense chloroform, in the presence of what, in the sense base. What we will get? We are getting a what in the sense salicylaldehyde we are getting salicylaldehyde. Okay, that reaction we'll see. So now we are seeing the naming reaction. What is the naming reaction? Means Reimer-Tiemann reaction. Reimer-Tiemann reaction we'll see. Okay, in this Reimer-Tiemann reaction, what we have to take in the sense phenol we have to take, then chloroform we have to add, then we have to add base we are adding, and we are providing certain temperature. What is the temperature we are providing in the sense 333 to 343 Kelvin we are providing. So what is the reaction takes place means Reimer-Tiemann reaction. What is the product produced in the sense salicylaldehyde is produced. Okay, so what is the mechanism involved in this one, that we'll see. So we will go for a mechanism. We are going for mechanism. Now first we will take phenol. This phenol is reacting with this base. Okay, base is sodium hydroxide. Phenol is an acid. Therefore, what happens means water molecule is leaving. So water molecule is leaving in the sense we are getting phenoxide. Okay, we got phenoxide. Phenoxide undergoes resonance stabilization. Phenoxide undergoes resonance stabilization, we can say. So next step we will see. Now this chloroform we will take. Chloroform we can write like this. Okay. Next base we will take. Base is having OH minus. Okay. This OH minus is subtracting this proton. Therefore, water molecule is leaving. So what we are getting in the sense CCl3 minus. CCl3 minus we are getting. CCl3 minus. From this, what is leaving in the sense Cl minus is leaving. Cl minus is leaving in the sense what we are getting dichlorocarbene. Okay. So what is the intermediate here? Carbene is the intermediate. What is carbene? Carbene in the sense the carbon will have 6 electrons in its valence shell. Now you see this carbon is having 2 sigma bonds and 1 lone pair. So this carbon is having 6 electrons in its valence shell. Therefore, this is what in the sense carbene. Here 2 chlorine atoms are there. Therefore, it is called dichlorocarbene. Okay. So we got dichlorocarbene. In this dichlorocarbene, this carbon is having 6 electrons in its valence shell. Therefore, it is electron deficient. This dichlorocarbene intermediate is attacking this phenoxide. Okay. So dichlorocarbene will take. So what is happening means phenoxide is attacking. Now this lone pair is attacking this place. This pi bond is coming here. This is attacked by this carbon. This pi bond is attacking this carbon. So what we will get, we will see this O is having now 2 lone pairs. This O is having 2 lone pairs. Single bond becomes a double bond. Double bond we have given. Now these 2 pi bonds we will give as it is. Okay. Then here what is there means this CCl2 comes. This CCl2 comes here. Okay. It is having lone pair. Therefore, it is having negative charge now. Okay. Then what reaction takes place? You see that. Then what is the reaction takes place now? That point we will see. It is C minus. C minus is strong base. Therefore, it takes H plus from water. It takes H plus from water. Therefore, what is the product obtained, that we will see. Okay, here pi bonds will give as it is. Here double bond O. Here this is H. Here CHCl2. CHCl2. Okay. This C minus takes H plus from water. This C minus takes H plus from water. Therefore, C minus becomes CH. C minus becomes CH, we can say. Okay. What is the next step that we will see? Next step, what in the sense this bond goes to this place, then this bond goes to this place. Therefore, double bond O becomes O minus. Okay. Double bond O becomes O minus. Therefore, H plus is leaving. H plus is leaving in the sense O double bond O becomes O minus, we said. Okay, like this is obtained. Now pi bonds we will give. Pi bonds we have given. This is what in the sense CHCl2 we have written. CHCl2. Okay, we have written CHCl2. Then it is undergoing hydrolysis. Then it is undergoing hydrolysis in the presence of base. Cl is replaced by what in the sense OH minus. Cl minus is replaced by OH minus. That is called hydrolysis. Okay. So here O minus, here CH, Cl is replaced by OH. That is called hydrolysis takes place. Okay. Therefore, Cl is replaced by OH minus, we said. Next, what happens means this bond is migrating here, this bond is migrating here. If the carbon is having two OH groups, then it is unstable, then water molecule is leaving. Okay, if carbon is having two OH groups, then it is unstable, then from that water molecule is leaving. Okay, so from this H plus, from this OH minus leaving as water, so we will get this O minus, then here benzene ring, here what in the sense CHO. Then this on treating with H plus, O minus becomes OH. Okay, we are making O minus to become OH. So we are getting what in the sense salicyl aldehyde. This reaction is called what reaction? Reimer-Tiemann reaction. Set. So we got what reaction in the sense Reimer-Tiemann reaction. So to get Reimer-Tiemann reaction, what we have take? Phenol. It has to be treated with what in the sense chloroform. In the presence of base, what we are getting means salicyl aldehyde. Salicyl aldehyde means, remember that phenyl ring is having OH group and CHO group at ortho positions to each other. Okay, so we got salicyl aldehyde. So Reimer-Tiemann reaction gives what? Salicyl aldehyde. From which one? From phenol. Okay, so from phenol we got a salicyl aldehyde in Reimer-Tiemann reaction. Set. Now we will take a pure chloroform. We are taking a pure chloroform. We are taking to this chloroform. We are adding silver nitrate solution. Silver nitrate solution we are adding. Silver nitrate solution. Here AgCl precipitate we are not getting. We are not getting AgCl precipitate. What does it indicate? What does it indicate here? This chloroform. In this chloroform, how this CCl bond is there means CCl bond is covalent but not ionic. It is not ionic, therefore it is not Cl minus. It is not Cl minus. That's why we are not getting AgCl precipitate. Okay, so pure chloroform is not giving AgCl precipitate with the silver nitrate solution because CCl bond is covalent but not ionic. Okay, that's what we got an idea. So, what are the uses of this chloroform in the sense we know that it is used as anesthetic, we said. Then it is used for preservative of, it is preservating anatomical specimens. It is a anatomical specimens. Anatomical specimens is preserved in chloroform. Anatomical specimens is preserved in chloroform, we can say. Next we will see about iodoform. Something about iodoform we will see. How to prepare iodoform in the sense same like chloroform. How we have prepared chloroform, in that way only we will prepare what in the sense iodoform we can prepare. Okay, but in the preparation of iodoform a little variation is there. What is the variation in the sense we have taken ethanol and bleaching powder solution for preparing chloroform. But for preparing iodoform, we cannot take bleaching powder. We cannot take, no. Therefore, what we can take? What we can take for preparing iodoform, that we will see. Okay. Now we will take ethanol. We will take ethanol. Then we will add sodium hydroxide and iodine. Okay. To prepare what in the sense the iodoform. So to prepare iodoform, what we are taking? Ethanol we are taking, sodium hydroxide we are taking, iodine we are taking. But for preparing chloroform, what we have done? Ethanol and bleaching powder we have taken. But for preparing iodoform, ethanol, sodium hydroxide and iodine we are taking. Sir, what is the reaction takes place? That we will see. Sodium hydroxide reacts with iodine to give what in the sense? Sodium iodide, sodium hypoiodide, sodium hypoiodide and water. Okay. Therefore, sodium hydroxide reacting with iodine to give what in the sense? Sodium iodide, sodium hypoiodide, sodium hypoiodide. Okay, sodium hydroxide reacting with iodine to give sodium iodide and sodium hypoiodide. Okay, what is the next step? We will see. Now ethanol. Ethanol is reacting with what in the sense? Sodium hypoiodide, sodium hypoiodide, sodium hypoiodide to give what in the sense? Acetaldehyde, to give acetaldehyde. Okay, therefore this is what in the sense here ethanol is undergoing oxidation. Sodium hypoiodide is oxidizing agent. Hypoiodide is oxidizing agent. So ethanol undergoes oxidation to give acetaldehyde, that we can say. Next step, what happens means this acetaldehyde, reacting with a sodium hypoiodide, to give what in the sense iodol. How chloral we said, like this iodol. Okay, chloral in the sense CCl3CHO we said no, like this here. What means iodol? Iodol formula is Ci3CHO. We got so we got it is called iodination. That means this alpha CH bond, this alpha hydrogens are replaced by iodine by sodium hypoiodide. Then this iodol undergoes hydrolysis in the presence of base to give what in the sense iodoform, and sodium formate we are getting. Okay, therefore here you see that ethanol is treated with what in the sense sodium hydroxide and iodine. Sodium hydroxide reacting with iodine to give what in the sense sodium iodide and sodium hypoiodide. Sodium hypoiodide is oxidizing ethanol and making it to convert into aldehyde. This acetaldehyde is reacting with sodium hypoiodide. Iodination is possible, and iodination gives iodol. That alpha hydrogens are replaced by iodine. This iodol undergoes hydrolysis in the presence of base to give what in the sense iodoform. Okay, so we got iodoform. So that ethanol and treating with sodium hydroxide and iodine, we are getting what in the sense iodoform we can say. Okay, this sodium hydroxide with iodine gives sodium iodide and sodium hypoiodide. When it is possible means if sodium hydroxide is cold and dilute. If sodium hydroxide is cold and dilute, then only we will get sodium iodide and sodium hypoiodide. Okay, then if you take acetone, how to prepare iodoform, that we will see. Acetone, if you take, what will happen? What will happen means like this step possible, then like this step. That means it is treating with the sodium hypoiodide to give Ci3COCH3 triiodoacetone. Then with the sodium hydroxide, what happens means we are getting iodoform, and this part becomes acetate. Therefore, sodium acetate will get. Okay, so from acetone, how to prepare iodoform, that we got. Okay, so to prepare iodoform, what we have to do? To prepare iodoform, you take the group CH3, CHOH, here H, otherwise R. Like this you take. Otherwise you take CH3, C double bond O, bond H, R. Like this group you take. Okay. So you are taking like this. To this, what you are adding in the sense sodium hydroxide and iodine. Sodium hydroxide and iodine, if you add, you will get iodoform, you will get. Otherwise, if you add sodium hypoiodide directly, then also you will get a iodoform. Okay. So to this, if you add sodium hypoiodide, if you add directly, then also you will get iodoform, you will get set. So how to prepare iodoform, we got an idea. Set. What is the use of iodoform? Iodoform is what in the sense antiseptic. Iodoform is what in the sense antiseptic, we can say. Iodoform is antiseptic. Why? Because it is easily giving iodine. This free iodine is acting as a antiseptic, we can say. Next we will see chemical properties. Chemical properties of this iodoform, we will see. This iodoform on heating. This iodoform on heating gives what in the sense iodine. This